Major Shah, I'll take a quick answer from you and then I'll come to you, Major. Major Shah, you were also explaining to us in the last broadcast the historic distrust between the two communities. Quickly help us understand that, and then I go to Major Khongsai.
Right. As Major Khongsai rightly brought out, and as General Sivaj was rightly brought out, now Major Khongsai is known to me for over 20 years. Let me tell you, in academy when we were training, we had Manipuri cadets with us. We had Khongsai, we had CSM Raju, we had Henry, we had Rajkumar Ajit Singh, and let me tell you, they were the best of friends. One could never ever sense that there could be people who do not know about Manipur at that time, that there could be any distrust or any difference in the community factor or the tribal factor in Manipur. Not at all, not one bit. In fact, even now, I interviewed Khongsai just a few days back, and what he mentioned was, he said we should coexist together. All the entire Manipuri belt. In fact, we should stay together. And in fact, it's very unfortunate that the Kuki community feels alienated because they feel that the Indian government has not been able to protect their interests, so they are asking for a separate state. They're asking for the present rule in Manipur. In fact, many of the Kuki ladies are in Delhi, in Jantar Mantar. They are protesting. So the very fact remains that, ultimately, at the end of the day, I appreciate the endeavors of the Home Minister to have personally taken interest and personally gone there in Manipur and addressed the issue. And I'm certain of the fact that, with our army, with the Assam Rifles, I have had the honor and the privilege, Gauri, of being the ADC to two co-commanders in the Northeast. I started my education from Northeast as a 40 grad, and thereafter I went to the Assam Rifles as well. So, and the exposure I've had of Northeast is very, very close to my heart, and my heart bleeds for my friends, for my brothers from the hill people. I mean, you will not find a better, I'm telling you, best of friends. And the opponents would be very worthy enemies if at all you mess with them. As our CDS, I'll just quickly conclude by saying, as our CDS, General Anil Chauhan has rightly said, it is not an insurgency problem, because there used to be an insurgency problem, no doubt, in Manipur. But right now, what is happening in Manipur is the ethnic clashes between the Kukis and the Maitis, and which my fellow panelists have already spoken about. So it is extremely sad, and this has to be resolved. And I also understand the very fact that, by conveying a message of peace, perhaps I'm an optimist, I think positively, but it's a very, very complex problem. It is not something just brewed up overnight. It has been cooking up. It was there, the undercurrents were there, and it has brewed up. And I hope peace prevails in Manipur, and I would not like to repeat what I said earlier. I gave the entire, as Gauri, as you know, I gave the entire background about the tribal affinities, the ethnicities, and which percentage of the ratio, the data, where's what is located, right from Technopal to, right from More, in fact, More to Technopal to Palel, Thobal, Kachin, the entire belt. In fact, if you observe, most of the violence happened around the valley, happened around Imphal mainly. And that is a question where I'm certain that our Home Minister would be able to address it. By his presence over there, it means a lot. And special compliments to the Corps Commander of the Spear Corps, or to the DG Assam Rifles, Lieutenant General Pradeep Nair, to our Army, to our Chief of Staff over there, General Sumit Talwar, who is incidentally from my regiment. So it's a very, very fact that the peace has to come to this great land, Gauri, at any cost.
Absolutely, absolutely. Major Khongsai, a point you were making earlier. Please unmute yourself as you speak.
Thank you. I would like to say thank you to the General for the, for his perspective. One or two points that I would like to add on. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, the role of the army, I have no doubt the capability of the army, and I'm from that background. But here the problem which I could find it, and which I find it, which is very undesirable, is the neutrality of the, the neutrality of the government. It is seen to have taken side. If the government is not taking side, especially the state government, there's no doubt that this problem could be solved maximum in a week. But the problem, it prolongs. My friends who are in the armed forces, they will 100% agree with me. It prolongs because of the lack of political will and the or in one way I could say is fueled by the politics of the Manipur. Especially if you see a handful, we can say just a handful, might be less than 5% of the cookies are inhabited in the valley. They are wiped out within 24 hours. Can you believe that? Can you believe that that could happen in the in the 21st century of India? Can you, when India is aspiring to be a superpower? Can you believe that? One single ethnic is targeted by the majority community, which consists of more than, especially in Imphal Valley, as if you remember, rightly remember, the Imphal Valley is of the Meiteis. A handful of the Nagas and Kukis are there, but the Kukis are handpicked, and the house, the place of worship, these are taught in 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. And where are the governments there? And by and large, all these are happening with the support of the government. That is the sad part of it. And I would like to challenge the media as well as the friends who are in, let's say, Delhi. And today, Home Minister landed up in Manipur after how many days? Can you remember? What day is today? Today is 30th.
Right.
And the unfortunate incident happened on the 3rd of May.
Okay, so Major Khongsai, if
let me just finish it.
Okay.
Do we should clap our hands that he's on time, or what do you feel? As a media fraternity, I would like to challenge the media fraternity also. Please come and find the facts. Why people are not going there? The reports that we received and that pass on from one place to another, which are floating around in the medias. Most of them are what do we call it? Just not truthful. Why? Manipur and both the communities deserve a truthful report. And in one way, India is, as I said, Manipur is a part of India. Is it so far that the media person could not go themselves and find out the facts? That is really, really, a question that we all need to, answer. And the other thing is, as the generals and my friend, who is a good friend of mine, Ali, brought out, the contribution of Manipur in terms of, nation building, in terms of sports and in terms of militaries, be it in the Air Force, be it in the Army, Navy, I think these are amazing. Then for some time, how can you just forget for a month? How can you let loose things in the, like this? See, you and I understand ethnic class of one community, another community could happen. There's no doubt. That it could happen, because human beings, they can have different ideas and they can have differences. But the issue here is the government taking side is the issue. The government taking side is the issue. And if this continues, I think actually, a day may come that one of the ethnic may not be, may be no more in that area. That sort of things are happening.
Okay, all right.
And I really feel that with the power of India, the capacity of India, and the capacity of army, trying to help, trying to portray that the government is helpless, I find this is not acceptable, because I am from the background, and I have seen the strength of the army and the strength of the nation. The strength of the nation could not be undermined. The will, the political will, and the will to solve the problem may need to be, really relook into.
Okay.
I really feel that way.
All right, Major Khongsai, thank you so much for presenting your views so clearly and also helping us understand exactly what is going on. We will continue to do this. We will continue to bring forth voices from the Manipur who can not just explain the issue but also their hopes, their aspirations, and how long-lasting peace can be brought to the region. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank all our other guests for joining us on the broadcast. We have